get set, where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying?
And while they were here, they always wore masks to avoid being known. Now,
this one ought to be filed under, there are some things that your technique probably cannot protect yourself from. In some of these type of situations, your best form of self-defense is to not get involved with people who may do something like this in the first place. You need to pay attention to what's going on, and you probably need to, dare I say, there is no delicate way to say this. Some of that old conventional wisdom that people may, dare I say, is crude, stuff that, you know, quote unquote, your mama told you when you were coming up, and you blew it off because you didn't want to believe it. That's the type of stuff that can take a martial artist beyond their technique. Like, and I'm not saying this to blame the victim at all, but there are some people that you probably should not fall asleep around, especially if you may have done something to them or they may be enraged. You need to take the emotional temperature of the room before you decide to close your eyes on it. Now, that in no way excuses what I'm about to read from this story, okay? So in a nutshell, because I'm not going to read the whole article straight out, a woman in Chicago, Illinois, Alexis Sykes, 22, recorded herself pouring scalding hot water on her boyfriend. Then she posted the video on social media along with an emoji that this article says was used to quote unquote mock the victim. Here's a quote though. I kind of feel bad now because he got second and third degree burns from face to waist and they rushing him to the burn center, but oh well. And then they say she blew a kiss, shrugged her shoulders, and put up a B word emoji or something like that. And she said he cried and begged me to drive him to the hospital. According to the rest of the article, she didn't do that. He had to drive himself to the hospital. Now, some other YouTubers have used this as a reason to say that, you know, this is something that martial arts cannot prevent. And no matter who you are, you just need to be aware that you're not Superman. And I hate to say it grudgingly, but I mean, I agree. I definitely agree. They don't know why she did this. And a lot of times when a man is a victim of domestic violence and abuse, they want to blame him. They want to assume that he has done something. There's nothing this man could have done that would have justified her pouring boiling water on him. The moral of the story for martial artists, the only technique I can tell you that can get you out of this is what we talk about awareness. Awareness, awareness, awareness. And that's not something that your teacher may necessarily go over with you in class. But something that does help you build awareness, first in the physical, is when you do sensitivity exercises, when you do a lot of sparring, you know, for your harder styles. Learning how to be aware, learning how to use your peripheral vision. In time, that should translate over into just learning how to be aware of people, okay? But then again, we don't know how this went down because this is still new and this is all up in the air at the time of this recording. Things could have been perfectly fine. She could have heard something that upset her and she did this. But I tend to think that she may have planned this, or this could have been after an argument, and he decided to go to sleep, and she decided to attack him while he was asleep because she couldn't attack him when he was awake. If she's shown any other signs of violence while he was awake, he should not fall asleep around her. And I'm just throwing stuff out here. I'm just speculating here because honestly, again, I don't know. I'm wondering if she's shown signs of being cruel to others. If someone shows signs of being cruel to others, they will probably turn that back around and be cruel to you. So, moral of the story is, don't think that just because you're a guy, you can overpower this woman. Don't think that just because you're a martial artist, you can overpower this individual that's not trained, because sneaky, evil, diabolical people will literally get you while you're asleep. And if any of my students are listening to this, this is the type of stuff I talk about when I say, if somebody can't beat you when you're awake, they will probably try to get you when you're asleep. It's real, people. It happens. This news story, I'm going to put a link to it below the video, is an example of such a thing. So, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts in peace. And as always, thank you for your time.